would affect the future runs. So that type of cleanup script should be written at the end of your automation script. So over here is a brief overview of the yardsticks or the checklist that you should go for selecting any kind of a good automation tool. I've been talking about this many times during the course of my presentation, that we need to select a good automation tool. So these are some of the points which you should keep in mind while selecting a good automation tool for your own application. For example, environmental support. What type of environmental support is being given by various vendors? First of all, you have to identify all the vendors, and then you can use this kind of checklist to evaluate the performance of those tools or those vendors. The second point is ease of use, how easy the tool is to use, how much training time you would afford to give to your own employees. And then what are the testing of database? For example, how robust the database of that particular application is and what all databases it can support. Then object identification, can it identify all the objects, because there are some older tools which are not able to identify the objects of, let's say, jQueries or maybe HTML5. We have some new objects which are not identified with the old tools. Then image testing. This is gaining importance nowadays when we are very much concentrating on the graphical user interface. So this is an important factor that we should consider in testing, that is image testing. Then what are the other error recovery scenarios that we have? So what are the other error recovery scenarios that you have? Sorry. All right. And then we can, the next part is object mapping. So there are lots of object mapping tools that are available, and all these tools, the object mapping tools, for example, we have in QTP, we have this object spy, which can look for the properties of the objects and then map it to its object mapping repository. Then there are some scripting languages used. So some tools support more than one scripting language. So obviously that particular tool is preferred over the others, because you can have multiple testers with varied skill sets work on this particular tool. Then we have the support for various types of tests. For example, support for functional testing, test management. For example, if you see the HP product, so it is very well integrated with the test management, like the HPQC, HP Quality Center, HP QTP. So they are very well integrated. So these are the test management capabilities. Some of the test scripts, like Selenium, it can work on any kind of mobile device also. So that is preferred. So you should also look out for the support for various types of domains or various types of devices. The next point is support for multiple testing frameworks. So testing frameworks is a framework that you developed in-house in your organization. It should support your own developed framework. Then easy to debug automation software scripts. So debugging is a very important feature when we have to do the maintenance of the scripting. You can write a script, but you have to maintain it for a long time. So this particular feature is quite important and should be taken care of. The next one is ability to recognize objects in any environment. So there are lots of objects in environment. It is similar to the object identification that we discussed above. You should be able to recognize and identify the objects in any kind of environment. For example, a web-based application, a client-server application, so they would have different objects. It should be able to recognize those objects. The next one is extensive test reports and results. So test reporting is also very critical part of of a testing tool. If a testing tool can do very good testing but cannot does not have a capability to report good or the report correctly, so we will not be able to go with that particular tool because it will not give us a proof of its own execution. The next point is extensive the minimize training cost of selecting tools. So this is also very important because every tool has its corresponding training cost. If the tool is very easy to use, it has some good features that are some generic features. So the training time of that particular tool will not be very much. Now, coming towards the end of my presentation, this is the proposed automation process flow